Hello guys, today we're going to be doing the center differential upgrade for the Team Redcat TR-MT8E. Just a bag of pieces that you're going to wind up getting. Just a lot of little gears, places that stock diff that's inside the truck now, and should help with the wheeling and control the vehicle a little bit better. So I got differential, and we got the out drives, which we're going to go through here. Basically replace the black ones you see here. So that's what we're going to be doing. So I got these, the out drives, and some 300,000 center diff oil, well, differential oil in general, but you can see that's some real thick stuff. Should definitely help solve the problem with this truck. Alright, so no one's really showing you how to put these together online. Obviously you can find tons of videos or pictures of people putting center diffs together, but specifically this particular one, if you're interested in it, I'm going to show you how to do that today, show you how to put it in, and then we'll get some more run videos hopefully here shortly, seeing the difference from what I've already done and what I'm about to do now. So alright, stay tuned. Let's build this thing. Pallet's probably not the best spot to be working on stuff at, actually, because I know it's going to fall down. I'm going to lose something, but we'll figure it out. Look, already. Alright, so first thing you want to do is, it's going to come with a couple little rubber rings. You're going to want to, see if you can see that or not. You want to stick one of them right down there in the bottom and just make sure that seals it. That's just going to help keep the differential oil in without seeping out. So one goes there, obviously one's going to go on the other end. So we'll set that there. The ones they give you, which actually feel pretty durable. I got these, so for some reason they got the little flat spots on them. Not really sure why, but either way they're exactly the same, so I'm just going to use these because they match the differential. Alright, so I got the ring in. Put your bearing on the outside here, and then you can put your out drive in. Watch that ring. Not easy to do one-handed. Right. So push it on in there. Sometimes there's a little ring that goes on, and then this one, it looks like all we have is there. So this just slides on over top of that. Push it down like that. Alright, so now that's what we look like now. Now we can start building the cross gears. Alright, now the trick is we got to get this little pin to go through the whole opening. I don't know if you can see that or not. There's an opening of the hole right on this shaft there, which this locks this in so the out drive doesn't come out. So I'm going to take a pair of needle nose pliers and kind of wedge it through and get it to go in there. Alright, so we got the pin in. Goes across. I'm going to put some more diff oil in here just to make sure that the back of the gear has plenty of grease on it. Fun stuff here. I mean, I just got it kind of glooped in there. Once I push it in there, I'll be able to spread it around. And you should see the shaft. Where are we at? There we go. You should be able to see the shaft is almost to the top of the ring, and that's when you push it down. Plus, when you turn it, you can actually spin it. So I like to spin it just to get the grease or the oil moved around pretty well. Alright, now we're ready to build the spider gears that go across. This stuff is messy. It just does not want to come off. Just to give you an idea, a quick look, this is what we're looking at now so far. So that's what it should look like. Now, I believe it's two washers for each end. Let's count. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yes. So it'll be 2 washers on each end here. And obviously they go inward, facing inward. Nope. Alright, so I got one done. Two of them. Now they have the cutouts. That pretty much is what you want it to look like. Right there. So this whole assembly can just drop right in here. Push it down. Now when you spin it, it should all move. I'm going to lay it on top. I'm just going to loop this on there right now. I know that's a little excessive, but I really want it to soak down through those gears. So I'm going to let that sit probably about 2-3 minutes. Let that oil get to the bottom. Go clean myself up. We'll come back and finish putting that together. Alright, so now bearing on the outside of the other end. This piece. Oops. This piece goes on here. Line up the holes. Excuse me. That on there. Out drive. Oh, still in the package. Slide that in. So you got your out drive in. Got your bearing on. Gotta put your ring in. Forgot this. I just had to take it apart if you can't tell. On. Now this pin's obviously a little easier to get in. little more accessible. So now we can put this part on. Actually, I want to put some oil on the back of here. Like that. Just rotate it till you feel it lock in. So it's in now. Make sure your gasket holes are lined up. And it's ready to go on top. Now I'm going to leave this on here because if you look on the website for this particular differential build, for Redcat's Racing's manual for this truck, it shows putting 2 washers on each end. I don't think that is correct, because when you put the top on, it doesn't want to close all the way. So I've looked at a couple different ones, and ones in the past that I know of, I've only had to do 1 gear or 1 washer on the end. So I'm going to basically just take a washer off each end, see if that makes a difference in closing this thing up. But I just want to show you in case you do look at it or try to do this yourself. If you're having an issue and stumble on this video, you can see my mistake and hopefully fix your own, or save you from preventing it, or prevent you from having the mistake in general. And it is messy. Alright. Probably got to use some paint thinner or lacquer cleaner to get this oil off, man. It seems like washing it gets it off. At the top of it. Now it does slide down much better now. Actually, it's in there now, where before it was not. So I think that was the issue. I'm going to top this back off like I did last time. Because I done wasted half the oil in my hands. If you can find this in a squirt bottle, I don't even know if they make it in a 300K in the squirt bottle. If you can find it in a squirt bottle, it would be so much easier. Alright, same thing, I'm just going to let that go. I'll wipe off the excess and clean it up here in a minute. Alright, so now we have a nice even level of oil there, which again is probably a little too much. I'll grab some out of that, but for the record, paint thinner did get that diff oil off my hands. Messy. Alright, so ready to put this back. Should just press on, line up your holes. I think I'm lined up pretty good. Of course, you can see where my grub screw goes. I got oil squirting out of there, which I guess is a good thing for now because I do want to get a little excess out. So I'll wait to put the grub screw in until after these are in. These should be 2mm. Usually I have a different screwdriver, but I don't know. Grab this one. I don't feel like digging for the other one. Alright, tighten it down all the way yet. And it's always good, just like anything, tires, anything you're doing, whether it's on a car or whatever, it's always good to do a cross pattern. Alright, now we got it all back together. And you gotta put your grub screw in. Do that in a few minutes. I'll spin it and get some more excess out of there. Just want to make sure when I screw that in there, it's got somewhere to go. Alright. So, now it's ready to go inside the truck. Alright, got it all cleaned up. Now you can put your grub screw in the hole. There we go. It's ready to go in the truck now. Alright. So now I already went ahead and took the screws out of the bottom. There's 4 of them. Here, 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 and here. What you gotta do is just gotta pry this just a little bit. Just enough to get in there and grab it. It fits into that plastic housing pretty well. And just grab the gear. Here we have the stock one and then the upgraded one. Alright. So now let's just drop this in. Goes right in there. Cover goes back on. Put the screws back. Not too tight because that is a plastic piece going into plastic, so you don't want to strip it, but you definitely want to make it hand tight, and then maybe another good turn to the point right where you feel like you can almost feel yourself ripping teeth if you tighten it too much. Obviously, well, I got it like this. Did upgrade the front and rear little skids. They just kind of overlay over top of their current plastic. And I did notice prior to doing that, when I first got them in, I was a little disappointed because I thought they would replace it. But after a few runs and realizing how chewed up this back end was getting a little bit, having that plate there, you can actually tell my front looks great shape, whereas the back, it looks like when you're going up things, it seems to be taking the brunt of all the hits. So having this here will just make sure that your maintenance later on getting these screws out isn't horrible by the time all the plastic's chewed up or if it tears the heads on the screws. Definitely have had that happen. Yeah, you can see them a little bit better now. Alright, just back together now. Just need body pins and we'll be out on the road. See how this new center diff works. So I've had a couple people ask me about the TR-MT8E body that I put on this. I just want to show you. Obviously the only modifications I had to do was I cut the front, which did come down a little further. I cut the front nice and even across there just so it doesn't rub any of the LEDs, anything back there. And for the rear, I took it straight back from the wheel well. Just took the top of the wheel well, straight back. Then obviously I had to cut out for the wing, so that way when it fits on, fits like it belongs. So a couple people had asked, you know, how I modified it. Just figured I'd show it while I was doing the differential upgrade. But that's it. So see how she runs, and if you guys have any questions or feedback, go ahead and leave me a comment, and be happy to respond.